To get regular updates, subscribe to our channel and click on the bell icon.
Hello friends, this is Dipali Shah from ExamBin. Welcome back to the Preamble and Citizenship Part 2. In this lesson, we are going to see about non-resident Indian, persons of Indian origin and overseas citizenship of India. Before getting started, do not forget to subscribe to our channel to get the regular updates. So, let's get started. Non-resident Indian. Non-resident Indian and persons of Indian origin, also called as overseas Indians or Indian Diaspora, are people of the Indian birth or descendant who live outside the Republic of India. As per the Ministry of External Affairs report, there are approximately 30.8 million Indian diaspora residing outside of the India. The term non-resident refers only to the tax status of a person who, as per the Section 6 of the Income Tax Act of 1961, has not resided in India for a specified period of time for the purposes of the Income Tax Act. The rates of the income tax are different for persons who are a resident in India and for NRIs. For the purpose of Income Tax Act, residence in India requires stay in India for at least 182 days in a financial year or 365 days spread out over 4 consecutive years and at least 60 days in that year. According to the Act, any Indian citizen who does not meet the criteria as a resident of India is a non-resident of India and is treated as an NRI for paying income tax. Persons of Indian origin. The Persons of Indian Origin, which is also known as PIO scheme, was launched in 1999 and the PIO card was issued to any person currently holding foreign passport who can prove their Indian origin up to the 3 generations before. What is a Persons of Indian Origin card? PIO cards are issued to the individuals who are either citizens or naturalized citizens of a country but are of the Indian origin through their parents. Citizens of Pakistan, Bangladesh and other countries, as may be specified by the central government, are not eligible to be granted of PIO card. The PIO card must be produced alongside the foreign passport when entering or departing any port in India. A PIO card is generally valid for a period of 15 years from the date of its issue. Benefits of a PIO card. The PIO card holders do not require a visa to visit India for a period of up to 15 years from the date of its issue. They are exempted from registration of FRRO or FRO if their stay does not exceed 180 days. In case if the stay exceeds 180 days, they shall have to register with FRRO or within the next 30 days. They enjoy parity with the NRIs in economic, financial and educational benefits such as acquisition, holding, transfer and disposal of immovable properties in India except for the agricultural and plantation properties. Admission of children to educational institutions in India under the general category quota for NRIs, including medical and engineering colleges, IITs, IIMs, etc. Availing various housing schemes of LIC of India, state government and central government agencies for all the future benefits would be exempted to NRIs would also be available to the PIO card holders. However, the PIO do not enjoy the employment rights in the Government of India services, nor can they hold any constitutional office in the Government of India. They need prior permission for undertaking mountaineering, missionary activities and research work and to visit the restricted areas in India. Overseas Citizenship of India. Introduced in August 2005, the Overseas Citizenship of India scheme was launched during the Parvasi Bharatiya Divas Convention at Hyderabad in 2006. What is the Overseas Citizenship of India card? The OCI cards are given to those who have taken citizenship in other countries apart from India but have the Indian origin roots. The same holds for the spouses of Indian citizens or persons of Indian origin. Therefore, Overseas Citizenship of India is not an actual citizenship of the India and thus it does not amount to the dual citizenship or dual nationality. The OCI card is not a substitute for the Indian visa and therefore the passport which displays the lifetime visa must be carried by OCI holders while travelling to India. Benefits of an OCI card. A registered overseas citizen of India is granted multiple entry, multi-purpose lifelong visa for visiting India. He or she is exempted from the registration with the Foreign Regional Registration Officer or the Foreign Registration Officer for any length of stay in India. They are entitled to the general parity with non-resident Indian in respect of all facilities available to them in economic, financial and educational fields. The only exception in matters is relating to the acquisition of agricultural or plantation properties. The specific benefits at parity is notified by the ministry from time to time. In 2015, the Indian Parliament passed a bill to amend the Citizenship Act of 1955 to remove the disparity between the persons of Indian origin and overseas citizens of India cardholders. Persons of Indian origin card versus the overseas citizen Indian cards. The merger of these two cards could make the PIO card holders also eligible for the benefits that are enjoyed by the OCI card holders. Both the cards are aimed at providing the long-term residency right to the people of Indian origin and to help them participate in economic and educational activities in India. Currently, the two cards provide the different facilities to their holders. The PIO cards are issued to Indians who have lived abroad for a couple of generations, while the OCI cards are issued to the more recent migrants that have taken citizenship of other countries. The OCI cards are virtual visas that enable the holder to enter India for an indefinite period, but the PIO card holders need to apply for the separate visa. If you are a PIO card holder and want to become an Indian citizen again, you need to reside in India for the minimum of 7 years before making an application for the grant of Indian citizenship. The OCI card holder may be granted an Indian citizenship after 5 years from the date of registration, provided he or she stays for 1 year in India before making the application. How will the merging of both the cards help? The merging of PIO and OCI will lead to the simplification of the rules under a single umbrella. It was envisaged that the merger of the card would facilitate a visa-free travel to the India, rights of residency and participation in business and educational activities in the country. Dual citizenship. It is generally difficult to have dual citizenship of India and another country due to the provisions for the loss of Indian nationality when an Indian national naturalizes into the other country, and the requirement to renounce one's existing citizenship when naturalization in India. There are still some ways in which a person may have a dual citizenship of India and another country, including the children of foreign diplomas who are born in India are also given dual citizenship during the period of their parents' service in India. A minor child of Indian origins may hold dual citizenship of India and another country so that the minor can decide within the 6 months of completing 18 years of age as to whether he or she prefers an Indian citizenship or not. With this, we have come to the end of this session. Thank you for watching till the end. Do not forget to subscribe to our channel to get the regular updates. Thank you.